Forever. Dog.
People are talking
Evil
about
Longoria.
Evil
Yeah.
Longoria.
Yeah.
She's
Kim
not
Cattrall on
filthy rich.
What are you doing? Are you here for the Hot Gossingtons?
The Gossamer Gossingtons.
Oh, are they silk gossamer or polyester or poly gossamer?
You can't do a half loop hem on Gossamer Gossingtons. It puckers.
It'll puckers.
Oh my God, Willam. Courtney, take your break.
Break.
Sorry, please excuse her. She hasn't
been well. Mm-mm. It's a gift from me to you guys for listening. Welcome to Hot Goss. We could literally do that for an hour and you guys would just be stupefied, but we would have so much fun.
We could.
Yeah,
could. I mean,
kind
it's
of
a mix
crazy.
it's a mix of Bonnie Raitt, Legally Blonde the musical, Legally Blonde the film,
Yeah.
and our lives.
And a little Laura Bell Bundy thrown in there for good measure. Just for you high-kicking faggots.
Exactly.
Ooh, are you doing a little off-the-shoulder number? Is that
yes.
waterfall beating or is that bugle beating?
It's a little of both, honestly.
It's done by hand, isn't it?
It's not. It is. I did it myself by hand. But you know, I mean, I'm really good at sewing. We want to welcome you back right now for another steaming, piping, scalding serving of
Hot Goss.
This is our. Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
This is our weekly chat show. What's the name of the dolphin in Ace Ventura? Fuck.
Snowflake.
Oh, Snowflake.
Thank you, Other Will.
Bring me back the porpoise, Ventura.
Wow, that movie
this
doesn't hold up well.
Nope, not even a little.
Nope, you could get those in a weekend. Remember that?
It gets a literal F- rating
F.
on things from our childhood that don't hold up.
No, it's kind of like Rocky Horror, though. Like, I could watch that to the end and be happy. Like, the end of Rocky Horror for me sucks. So, like,
okay.
I could just shut off Ace Ventura at the right point and I'd be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. But this isn't about that. This is about events in our lives.
Lives.
Issues in politics.
Politiques.
And taking a deep dive
So
into
deep.
the DMs.
So let's get into some
Hot
Oh,
God. You find something? Y'all listening to Very That with Delta and Raja?
How can I not?
I listened to it on normal speed even. Because I was laughing so much I had to turn it down.
That is literally I put it on half speed because it was so funny. I had to, for laughs, I had to listen to it. It really is really good. And I've gotten so many messages and I got voice memos. I got messages. Jeremy and I listened to it in the car. Jeremy was like, I have to listen to every episode of this. I need this in my life. This is everything. And she's picky about her podcasts. So, yeah, I think Very That
Picky Pod Penny,
is a hit. Nobody wants to fuck a penny.
I listened to it and was laughing so hard when Delta reminded Raja that she called her a strip mall and that she was Very Robertson.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and just like talking about clear loose tight heels, like things only like people that have been to gay bars and have been eye level with drag queens' feet know about, you know? It's one of those things that all y'all listening know exactly the visual where a girl's foot looks like kind of like Miss Piggy in a loose tight heel.
Yeah.
Strangling that foot into that pump. I love those shoes. Completer.
The cliffhanger's ready to jump. Most definitely.
Oh, yeah. No, they've called EMTs on Raja's toes a few times at Rage. I think that's actually why Rage shut down. There were still warnings about it during high winds and Raja's toes.
The giant parachute, the soft landing pillow underneath her shoes for the cliffhangers.
How was your road trip? Your show looked amazing. I saw you've entered into the second phase of Chromatica.
Yes, Chromatica. Yeah, this I have to say, this country is probably too large. It's probably too large to be one country, as evinced by our like current like political everything. It could probably be broken into fourths and be totally chill. But that being said, this country has every type of climate and land. There are parts of it that look like the moon. There are parts of it that look like Russia. There are parts of it that look like Africa. There is so many different climates and like ecosystems.
Climate, another ecosystem, another climate. Jungle.
Girl, it is okay. It's September. We had every type of weather. We saw snow. We had rain. We had fog. We had blistering heat. We had it all. This country, for all of its problems,
It's beautiful.
it is a beautiful, vast, varied land.
And she knows she's beautiful.
She does. She knows that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely knows.
Well, I'm glad you're back home to sit in your
I
house.
am too. I was having a little bit of like, oh my God. Oh, my sort of like vacation kind of mode is over. And it's like, oh, it's back to work.
Back to work,
Oh,
back to
God.
school, back to the gigs. I
But-
booked a gig recently.
Well, good. But I'm so glad to be home. It is
Mhm.
so nice to just have everything where it's supposed to be. And
Your tea.
yes. So I had an amazing time, but it's great to be home and just sipping the goss. You booked a gig? What is it? Stars Born 2?
No.
Jackson's Revenge? He comes back out of the ground.
Jesus Christ.
Laquifa's Acquiescence, A Star is Born 3.
The dog can talk for some reason.
It's Roxanne.
Sam Elliott has a knife and is in a red alley wig.
They can't get Lady Gaga, so they cast someone else. They cast like Danny Minogue. Like
I would-
Speed 2.
Danny Minogue would be in the Lifetime making of A Star is Born Lady Gaga movie for sure. No, I decided I'm gonna do Halloween in Baltimore.
Oh!
Yeah, someone offered me a gig and I was like, okay. Haven't been on a plane in 7 months at that point, so like let me like swaddle up and just go and try to live life a little bit. It's all like socially distanced. No,
Yes.
I'm gonna do the COVID tests and everything. I've been doing them before gigs out here. I had one last week and I had to go into a set. Was nuts, but yeah, I think I don't even know. I'm like, are we in a second wave? Did the first wave ever stop? Like, has the wave hit us yet? Like, what is going on here? Like, is anyone telling us what we need to know? Like, the Time 100 list had like Dr. Fauci and like JoJo Siwa on it. So like, I don't believe publications anymore. I can't trust Instagram other than my DMs. And hello, everyone.
Slide on in.
Girl, it's
Well,
slippery.
I think as long as you are being responsible and safe about it, and it sounds like you are,
For once in my life.
then that's the responsible thing to do. You're being clear that the event is going to be social distanced. You are getting tested on your way there in order to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And people need it. I mean, they need levity in this time.
Don't forget who you are. Yes, it's true for all of you. We are all stars. We are all stars.
Internet, video, television, stereo.
Yeah, and we can't say the title of that song, but it's sickening.
Speaking of sickening, Showgirls is now streaming on HBO Max.
Can you walk? That's my favorite line in it when she just says that to him. She's like, I'm ready. Crystal Carrington in the strip club.
Yeah.
Not Carrington, Crystal. Crystal's Connors. Yeah.
Crystal Summers.
Crystal Summers. Hey, Crystal. How you doing?
Crystal.
Tell Calexis I said hi. You know Calexis, Asia's mother. It's not. Never mind.
She's your friend.
She is my friend, though. She's my friend. What's your favorite line from Showgirls? Do you have one?
Oh my gosh, there are so many.
So many.
It doesn't suck. You are a whore, darling. We take the cash, we cash the checks. We show them what they want to see.
You don't want a girl using up all her lipstick, do you?
Trying to get out of the meet and greet. I'm not gonna do pictures right now. You don't want a girl using up all her lipstick, do you? Keep walking.
Pump it. Ooh, love this song. Ooh. I'm gonna go dance. Come take pictures out there.
Yeah, we'll do it later. We'll do it. Yes, we'll do it later. Yeah.
Yep, you can't find the beat. You can't find me, huh? Let's get to the dance floor. Yeah, I love it when they try to spring one on you, and I'm like, well, I'll be dancing. Find these three left feet over there, bitch. Yeah. Have you heard the new Hot Stuff, bitch? The Kygo one? I mean, not that the original Hot Stuff needed any improvement, but the new Hot Stuff is real cute.
I want to hear this.
He remixed Higher Love with Whitney.
Yes, I know that one.
And then he did another one, which was Sickening Boots. But the new Hot Stuff, it's cool. But like, I was like, this is like a lateral move from the original. The original still fucking bangs.
Right.
Like anytime you hear that whistle and the toot toot and you start shaking your ass a little bit.
Totally.
Mm-hmm. And then no matter if you have a learner's permit or not, you are beeping that horn.
Toot toot. Hey. Beep beep.
Hey, mister.
There's so much to cover. We're good. We're okay.
Hey, mister. Can feel your appetite.
Yeah.
I got what you want. I got what you want. Come on. Hey, mister. That is the most fun song ever.
Yes, it's about hookers.
It doesn't exploit me. I used to hook, so I can sing it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Drag Race Holland is fabulous. Have you watched yet?
I have not, but
Okay,
I've been looking at the memes. I like the girl with the tea party under her skirt.
Yes,
because girl, you know, a drag queen loves a tea party.
Yes, tea dance. I love a tea dance.
For sure.
You can listen to it on the Chop. Manila and Latrice are going to be reviewing every single episode. They started. I listened. It's great. The show is great. So get into that. And also,
I listened to this one. Meatball and Big Dipper just interviewed the lady Buntress on Sloppy Seconds and Landon Cider. There was King and a Queen, and it was a really good episode. I love listening to Bunny on anything.
Yes. So definitely check that out.
Except edibles.
Right. Sloppy Seconds, Meatball Big Dipper. And so wait, this is fun. Eric Ellerston has created a playlist on Spotify, which is called Race Chaser Pod, Rainbow Spotlight Listeners Lounge, which features all of our Rainbow Spotlight tracks from the past episodes. That's great.
That's like 100-something songs.
That's
oh my God.
Exclusive. I mean, it's like 12, but, you know, still. It's an exclusive list that you can get on if you're a music artist. So I wouldn't be on that list. I probably am.
And speaking of Rainbow Spotlights, this week is one of my favorite songs. It's got my favorite word right in the title, Rainbow Road by Knox. Oh, wait, they spelled road different. Never mind. Knox describes himself as a Dominican artist from Washington Heights.
Hey, time to break up with your old wireless provider and time to get in a deep, loving, and true relationship with Mint Mobile. Was that too sexy? I'm sorry.
Disturbing. Hi, everyone. This is Lindsay and Kelly from the Teen Creeps podcast, and we want to let you know that Mint Mobile is introducing their unlimited data plan for just $30 a month.
Let that sink in. An unlimited plan for $30.
How much is your soon-to-be ex-wireless provider charging you right now?
Listen, the last provider that I was using outside of Mint, I'm not going to say their name because they're dead to me.
No.
I was paying $90 a month. And I didn't even have unlimited data.
Yeah, I didn't either. I had like 10 gigs. And I was paying like 90 something, 94 maybe.
Yeah. And this is like so much cheaper. And I haven't noticed any difference in my coverage.
No, they use all the same cell towers. It's great.
For people that hate their phone bill and are just ready to cut ties with big wireless, Mint Mobile offers their premium unlimited plan for just $30 a month.
By going online only and eliminating the traditional costs of retail, Mint Mobile passes significant savings on to you.
All plans come with unlimited talk and text, plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network.
Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with all of your existing contacts.
Dude, also switching over your SIM card is not that scary.
It's like a phone Allen wrench.
Yeah.
And you stick it in the little hole on the side and it pops out and it's tiny and cute. And the first time I saw it, I was like, oh.
I know. And I was really scared, but it literally took like under 5 minutes and then I was switched over to Mint Mobile. So it was very pain-free.
And if you're not 100% satisfied, Mint Mobile has you covered with their 7-day money-back guarantee.
Break up with big wireless and switch to Mint Mobile's premium unlimited data plan for $30 a month.
And make sure to check out the Ultimate YA Pulp Fiction podcast, our podcast, Teen Creeps, every Wednesday right here on Forever Dog. To get your new unlimited wireless plan for just $30 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/goss.
That's mintmobile.com/goss.
We are back.
Hey,
and
mister! I'm sorry.
Do you got some politics? Hey, mister! Do you want to talk girls? This is a segment which we call Let's get political.
I'd like to get political. Let me see your policy. This is from the BBC. One cop was charged in Louisville for the Breonna Taylor thing. Brett Hankinson has been charged, not with Ms. Taylor's death, but with wanton endangerment for firing into a neighbor's apartment in Louisville, which basically is one step above hunting without a license from something I read. 2 other officers who were involved have not been charged, and that's because under Kentucky law, this is what they're saying, someone is guilty of wanton endangerment if they commit an act that shows an extreme indifference to the value of human life. The lowest level felony offense can come with a 5-year sentence for each count. Mr. Hankinson was charged on 3 counts. Now, Dipper was explaining to us why in Kentucky this can't be these cops can't be charged with murder, because as soon as a shot was fired, they're allowed to reply. And I always remember like my dad saying like, if someone breaks into the house, I'm going to shoot first and ask questions later. And I was always like, oh, he's like, well, legally, if they're in your house and they're breaking in with the intent to commit harm or something, you're allowed to defend your stuff with a weapon. And I was like, damn. And my dad was in the NRA back in the day. So like this makes sense to me, but this is also why this law should change. I've been seeing stuff going around about Breonna's law. I signed a petition, and this is what it's for, to change these laws on the books.
Yeah.
But no one's going to do that. The district attorney there didn't like file the charges. And I watched D.L. Hughley, this comedian, and he was talking about the DA down there, who's, you know, Louisville and LA have similar problems with people with DAs, because we have Jackie Lacey here and then the DA there. It's just like people that you would think would be on the side of Breonna Taylor and all the people with the BLM movement, and like, you know, that isn't the case at all. Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't know the details of this, and Big Dipper was saying that there's a thing on the Daily, which is the New York Times podcast, and there's like a 2-part episode that goes into like the details of all of this. So we want to like direct you to
definitely
go
listen
there
to it
and check that out, because there's a lot that like we can't even get into because of time. But the takeaway here though is that like whatever the law is and whatever laws are on the books and whatever the policies and the precedents are, people are pissed off about this. There last night, as of we're recording this, there were people in cities all across the country out in the streets protesting because this is not enough. Yes, okay, there was a gunshot fired by her boyfriend, but she didn't do anything, and
he had a legal
Yes.
permit for the gun. It's like he was
Yes.
protecting this woman he loved in their home, and if you
Yes.
hear your door getting battered down, oh my God.
Yes.
I would do the same thing. I would try to and it's disgusting.
So we're making our voices heard on this podcast. We applaud everyone out there in the streets making your voices heard. And this is how the change is going to have to happen. It's going to have to happen by being loud, disrupting shit, and making it happen that way.
And voting. But these strippers did a PSA on voting, and it was so good. It was talking about, like, who makes the laws that do this? Oh, they do? So they need to get voted out by us. It was such a good PSA, and I loved it. And, like, oh, everybody has to vote. Please vote. Please, please, please vote. Especially with RBG gone right now.
Yeah.
Girl, that was...
Yeah. I mean, everyone was really shook. I saw the CNN notification come up that said Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg had passed away. And we all felt that one. Yeah. We knew that she was old. We knew that she had health problems. But, can't
they get Sandra Day to, like, fill in, like, a temp?
Right. This is rough, and it comes at a really horrible time because the current president is going to push to replace her with someone who has fucked up views about fucking shit. Right? That's Everything. The problem. That's the problem.
From what
they're going to put someone in there who's like, abortion is bad and should be illegal now. Like, that's so dumb.
I feel like they're not going to get all the steps confirmed now in like 5 weeks to get, there's like 4 major steps or something. That's what I was reading and hoping. I'm reading stuff that I want to come true.
Right.
And I'm trying to keep a positive outlook. But, like, girl, it's bad when Quarantine Queen Rhea's show is taking a moment of silence to do a shot in RGB's honor.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, Rhea, good. I'm glad you're like, I'm not talking to family members. I've talked about this a couple times on the pod now. And, like, I have other family members starting to call me now going, are you mad at me too? And I'm like, I'll talk to you in November. Like, after we win.
Are you mad at me? Girl.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to talk to you, honestly. Like, and I said something on the pod last week about, like, my sister not, like, knowing how it feels to vote as a minority because she's, like, a cis white girl. She's not gay. She's privileged, all that stuff. Or we were privileged growing up, probably a little bit. Somebody contacted me and said, or my body rights or something like that, or my rights. And I realized, like, women's rights were, like, adjudicated on by men for years. And I was totally wrong in saying that. So she probably does know what it's like to be discriminated against in that sense. But, like, I just saw something about a women's health meeting thing in the White House, and it was Donald Trump and, like, 20 men in a room, no women. And it was, like, a meeting on, like, women's something. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's mortifying to think that these things are still up for, like, like, there's still a question about it. I mean, and all of these, like, douchebag men who are in there saying, abortion is bad. It's like, I know that you motherfuckers have fucking knocked up your mistress and you've had a fucking abortion and you fucking covered it up. So why are you fucking going around telling people that they can't have a fucking reproductive rights? So it's fucked. It's also fucked that we have a system where there's, like, there's it all comes down to this one spot that's in the one seat on one council of elders who are in there for a whole lifetime. That whole system is really fucked, and that should be reformed, but we could get into that on another episode.
Yeah, well, you could always borrow Detox's judge robe from DragCon 2018
Please.
and just sneak your way in there.
Honey, she's litigious, darling.
Litigious.
Don't test her. She's litigious.
Don't test her. She has a paralegal on staff in the pool room. She just sits in the empty pool doing dictation from Detox yelling on the stairs.
Typing on the water. There's
Get
no
me more
keyboard.
Mugler! I'm filling the pool.
I need 16 cases of alien perfume. No, angel, alien, buy, sell.
Trade.
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 The voting rights in Florida thing too, that's still going on. We talked about that a couple months ago. For people who've been convicted of a felony, you can get your right to vote back. But those with the
there's
criminal,
a big but.
Of course, there's a fucking Holly loophole. There are hidden court fees, restitution things to pay before it's legal for them to vote again, and they are challenging to determine and pay off correctly.
Yeah.
They are challenging to determine and to pay off correctly.
Yeah, they're sort of hidden by the government.
Yeah.
Girl, you know how the city does that. They do it with parking tickets. They do it with everything. You go to the court to pay your stuff, and then, oops, more stuff pops up. And you're like, where was that when I called? Like, my license has been suspended so many times because my identity was stolen a little bit, and somebody was arrested with an ID that had their picture and my info in, like, Northern California.
Derek Barry?
Girl, I think it was Courtney when she was trying to get back into the country.
Oh, yeah. Alien of extraordinary
because
ability.
They wanted her for that
to
Discovery
steal
Channel.
Identities.
Girl, she's stealth. She's like, I'll just change the wig. Turn the Mitzi around.
But she does it like the RuPaul Party City wigs and just changes the like face and the photoshops it.
Don't call those wigs.
Wow.
But
this is fucked
Yeah.
for a lot of reasons. This is basically a voting tax because they're like, okay, so hey, guess what? You are a former felon and you did your time and you're allowed to vote.
Good news.
Except
But
you have to pay all this ass money and we're not even going to tell you how much money it is.
and there's a change shortage too, so good luck.
Right. So this is wacko. However, there is a cause called We Got the Vote. And they're currently raising funds to pay off as many court fines for Florida's returning citizens as they can. So check them out and donate if possible. We're going to put the information in the description of this very podcast.
Yeah.
It's wegotthevote.org.
Wegotthevote.org.
And Florida's a swing
Amazing.
state, and I know a lot of you listeners in Florida are probably swinging. So why don't y'all get your sugar daddies or your boosters or your sponsors, squeeze them a little this month and get some money to We Got the Vote, because this is a very important state, and use your hoe for good.
I would love to unlock that video for you, but I really need you to send me the receipt of your donation to We Got the Vote.
And baby, I'm a little light this month. I hate to ask. Oh.
Why don't we take a break?
Hey, mister! Do you want to spend some time?
On We Got the Vote. Do they know?
Do they know about better health? Is there something interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals? Do you know?
Can the answer to that question be everything? Because the world is a lot right now, Diva.
It definitely is. It's easy to spiral when thinking about all the things that are out of your control.
Well, I think it's really great to talk with someone about all of our feelings, and working on our mental health is very important.
BetterHelp is a great resource, especially now, because they can assess your needs and match you with your own professional licensed therapist.
There's a broad range of expertise available at BetterHelp, which may not be locally available in person in many areas.
Yeah, and you'll get timely and thoughtful responses from your counselor, and you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions so you don't ever have to leave your house during a global pandemic to sit in a stuffy, germ-filled waiting room.
BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed, and it's more affordable than traditional offline counseling.
You can read the testimonials that are posted there daily at www.betterhelp.com/ reviews. These testimonials are great because you can hear how real people feel about the services offered by BetterHelp.
And here's one now. I'll read it for you. Okay, this is one of the testimonials. It says, he understands what I'm going through because he has some of the same experiences that I'm going through. Also, he reveals issues and solutions that I wasn't aware of.
Deborah, what's this about?
Right.
So visit betterhelp.com/drag.
Drag.
That's better, H-E-L-P, and join the over 1 million who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional.
In fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they are currently recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states.
Special offer for Race Chaser listeners. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/drag.
That's betterhelp.com/drag for 10% off your first month.
I think I like that song because it's mostly yelling and whistles.
Yelling, whistles, car beeps.
Reminds me of the bedroom.
Toot, toot.
Raven, Raja.
I got what you want. You got what I need.
I'll be your baby if you do as I please. I don't know the word. Hey, mister. That's the part I know. Hey, oh my God. I can't believe I'm yelling in this cave without an echo. Echo.
Oh my gosh, I know. Be careful. The fracking has made the bedrock very unstable in this cave.
Girl, call me Wilma Flintstone. I can make your bedrock.
Call me Rosie O'Donnell because I'm Betty Rubble.
That wig is rubbled.
Wow. Rubble without a cause. This is a segment we like to call Spelunking. Deep inside the DMs. What do we got?
Call it out. This first one comes from Babette.
Oh, yes.
She says, aloha from Hawaii.
Hello.
First, thank you so much to Willam for graciously responding to my DM and sharing a post of your IG story to increase volunteer participation at last year's Honolulu Pride. It boosted our volunteer numbers and the event was a hit. My question, however, is for both the gals. Do you still enjoy a sense of anonymity when you are out and about in boy drag, or are you greeted by fans and recognized regardless? You both presumably are more recognizable in full drag, but so I'm curious if you feel like Clark Kent in boy drag and you could pop into a Starbucks without being slowed down in the process. Has this changed your career's progress? Alas, no pictures of my drick. I'm a naval intelligence officer and would be slightly frowned upon at work. Thank you both for being arbiters of acceptance and love in a world full of chaos. Grayson, Babette, if you're nasty.
Babette. So, what do you think? Do people recognize you out of drag a lot?
Yeah. But it's usually when I speak.
Same. Literal.
Yeah.
I was about to say the same thing. Like, I can kind of get away with. I mean, listen. I'm fucking 6'47". It's very hard for me to disguise myself. Because I'm just a giant person. But as soon as my mouth opens, it's curtains. I mean, I might as well have a fucking tease beehive on, fucking 613, fucking 301 lashes on, because the drag queen falls out of my mouth as soon as I open my mouth.
Yeah, Detox used to say poodles and purses immediately are expunged from the palate. I think also though, but we live in LA where there's probably people more famous than us in line with us at Starbucks. Everybody's here been on something. And if they're not currently on something, they've been on it, you know?
Right.
So, like, it doesn't, people pay more of attention not in LA. LA, they won't say stuff.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I don't mind. I mean, it's usually.
No, I love it.
Usually someone just wants to say hi. I love Drag Race. I love drag.
Kachi was robbed.
I'm a fan. Right. They show me their Katya tattoos. But yeah, usually it's great. And we thank you so much. And Babette, thank you for being a naval intelligence officer. Willam is a dick intelligence officer. Dick intelligence.
Dick. Oh, I see. Mm-hmm.
DIO. So, okay.
I knew a stripper named Dio.
Oh,
And
wow.
she owes me money still.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, because
Wow.
he didn't do what he said he would.
Oh, wow. Oh, heavens.
Yeah.
Pole work, floor work.
No, there was like a check thing where I paid someone in advance and then the club paid me 2 weeks later because they needed the money. And then he never signed the check over. And I was like, you're such a dickhead. I did you a favor. You know, one of those strippers that
Wow.
came into town to work and he like, you know, hit me up because whatever. They knew.
Wow.
And I was like,
That
what a
stripper
dickhead.
Dio. That stripper Dio better learn how to sell pussy in Iceland.
See in Iceland, because if I ever see their face again, I'm going to cut their fucking dick.
Oh,
Hey, we are box meat, and that's what we're going to stay. You want to talk about this WAP, though?
Yes, I do. This next message is from WAP to WAP. Hello, WAP. Willam, Alaska, and potential guest. Nice.
Oh.
And big drip down inside of me.
Oh.
First,
internal.
I'd like
Internal release.
First, right, yeah, internal. Okay, first I'd like to say
Internal
thank First I'd like to say thank you
Not
for
in
keeping me
me.
company through this pandemic.
Wow, it's so deep and dark.
Your award-winning content has kept the queer energy flowing for the last few months. The other week when you were talking about the out of drag pick mini challenge, something struck a chord with me. As a Black non-binary person, my relationship with gender presentation has also been difficult. Do you ever feel that your femininity is sexualized when you don't want it to be? And how do you navigate that in your relationships? Personally, it feels like when someone has been interested, it's in a weird fetishy way. Like, look at this stupid boy trying to be a woman, or wanting me to be their dirty little secret. One former spelunker in my DMs, if you catch my drift, told me my Bussiore felt almost as good as a pussy. It was meant as a compliment, but I was devastated that I'd always be measured against real femininity and fall short. My friends back in college would always say, "She's so fish," or you might fool a straight man," when I wore makeup. But deception has never been my goal, and it ruins it for me when they make it out like that's the only reason I would do something feminine. I'm not trying to weigh myself against quote-unquote true femininity, but others are, and it's exhausting. Most of the time, I'm just doing me, masculine, feminine, or otherwise. So how do you manage having your femininity celebrated in a way that puts down the other parts of you that are just as important? Yours truly, WAP. Wanting advice, please. Any pronouns used with respect. In exchange for considering my very long message, attached are some semi-explicit pics of me tucked, cinched, and healed.
Oh, wow.
Work.
She's got body, and she's doing this Bella Thorne, like, semi-explicit thing, and it makes you just want to see more.
Yes, gorgeous
Gorge.
corset, gorgeous
Legs.
heels.
Thighs like
Um,
mine.
Yes.
Ass so fat, gobbling up that G-string.
Like, literally so stunning.
Cute shoes, a good shoe, not a round toe, not a square, ugly, like, Skechers front, a pointed heel. Polished,
Yes.
patent,
Yes.
gorgeous.
Very elegant, and we thank you for your message. And this is a thing that happens a lot with trans women.
Oh, yeah, dirty, like, literally, Dirty Sexy Money. Candace Cain, remember that? Like, she was Billy Baldwin's mistress, and
Right.
it was literally, like, I remember reading the script for it, and they were, like, dirty little secret, all that stuff, and just being like, secret? Why? Who would want to keep it a secret that they're dating Candace? Oh, I know why, because the character was married. That's why it was a secret. But, like, you know, I've definitely had people, I had someone yell at me because I left a fake nail at their house once. And I was like,
He
okay,
was
but
probably also married, but okay.
he wasn't. He had a girlfriend. But
Oh, okay.
I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I meant to do that, you asshole. Like, try to keep on fingernails and put lube in your butt. Good luck. Like, you're
Yeah.
lucky it was just one, and I didn't take my fucking wig off and start
Yeah.
leaving trails of hair, honey blonde with a root, and then see if Inspector Gadget finds that.
How many clumps of hair?
Have you ever watched James Mansfield wig tutorials?
She's like,
Yeah.
only 6 clumps of hair came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a thing that happens, and I think culturally What needs to happen, okay, and this is something I'm putting out in the universe and I would like to manifest. I would love to see like someone in a high profile position who's a man openly like profess his like love and attraction for his trans woman partner, because there's like I don't know, there's like that hasn't happened yet in like pop culture and like publicity. Like think of what happened when Caitlyn Jenner came out as trans. It was like sort of this explosion of awareness and just sort of conversation about transness. Now the next step is I think that it would be really fierce if some of the men who do for whatever reason culturally keep it a secret that they date trans women or they're attracted to trans women, if they become public about it and open about it and like talk about it, that would be fierce, and that's something I would love to see. And I think it would make great progress in this area.
I totally agree. And I would say if you have a problem with the things that people have said to you about like telling them that your Bussiore felt almost as good as a pussy, I would address that with them for sure and be like, hey, I don't like it when you talk like that. Say something else about it that makes me feel just as nasty but better about myself, you know?
Yeah.
And if you don't let people measure your femininity, you do what you want. And if you ever feel like you're falling short, girl, just put on a higher heel. And make sure the bottom of it is clean, because he's going to be looking at it. Hopefully.
Would you like to read the
Or
next
put it in his
message?
ass.
Yeah,
oh
sure.
my gosh.
Thank you.
Ass to ass.
Ass to ass. This message comes from Cody. Glorious Alaska Joanne Elizabeth Thunder Fuck 5000, Willam who's an A with no extra I, and Big Dipper Tintra Dupree Davenport the 12th. My name's
right.
Cody, or in drag, Vanity, and I need some advice.
Fabulous frog.
My boyfriend doesn't have a high sex drive and believes that he actually might be asexual rather than bi. He still loves me and we plan to marry sometime in the future. I, however, have a high sex drive and love casual sex. He doesn't like the idea of an open relationship, and I respect, but I wish I was able to get off more than just with my hand in porn. How should I go about resolving this issue? Attached is one of the main things why I have a high sex drive and love it. Please enjoy my big twink dick, and I'd be honored for Willam to critique it. I feel like I should get Detox in here for this. Detox and Shangela love a twink.
Yes, we need the Intel sound effect, please.
Wow.
This is a 7.5 to 8 inch throbbing twink member. The hair is trimmed, but not completely shorn. I'm seeing in the background a bookshelf. Looks like there's some DVDs in there. I bet there's a Friends box set, maybe Family Guy as well. Is this a couch? Is this a settee?
I think it might be in all form. Build your own sectional.
Yes, I think you're right.
Smoke leather with a natural leg, and matching. What is that? A sideboard, or is it a credenza? It's a credenza.
Right. And with what he's doing, you'll be glad that it's stain resistant.
Oh my gosh, this dick is so thick. It's great. It's thicker than the balls are wide. I can't even see the balls from the top. I can
But
smell 'em.
luckily in the second picture, you can see some prominent veining and you can see one of the balls.
Yeah, lovely. It's nice to see them there. I would say I started laughing when the part said we plan to marry sometime in the future. It's like sex isn't a giant part of your relationship. It might be like a half hour a day or an hour a day, like once or twice a week. So when you break it down, you spend more time talking with the person, so you should get along with them and love them and stuff. But like if the sex don't work, I'm not in. Like I couldn't be. So I don't have any advice for this, because it seems like you're going to want to go outside and figure something out in the woods with someone, and he's going to catch you, and it's not going to end well. This is either going to end because someone's going to die or someone's going to leave. And that's how all relationships end anyway. But like
is this like straight talk where Dolly Parton gives the advice that they should break up, and then the woman who gets broken up with approaches you at a press junket? And gets in a fight with you and punches you or pies you in the face or something.
Maybe she thanked me, because like honestly, like this is sexual incompatibility right here. and he's already feeling some sort of way. And he's not.
Okay.
He's told his boyfriend's not open to it. He doesn't know what to do, so he's asking 2 drag queens he knows from TV.
Which I think is a great idea.
Yeah, he's just asking the wrong ones. He should be talking to Detox and Shangela. I said that.
Right.
He wouldn't get a word in. He'd be full.
Well, I mean, I sort of have different. I sort of have a different point of view on this.
Hit me with the hot take and watch me bounce.
Because
Let me hear it.
I think if you are fully like in love and you're in a loving relationship and your partner is asexual or is on the asexual spectrum, then like, okay, but marriage is more than just like sex drive. If you're in an all-form long-term relationship, sex eventually tapers off anyway.
And there's a 100-day guarantee.
Right,
with
exactly.
The sex.
When you're 70, when you're 80, when you're 60, whatever, sex is gonna be put way on the back burner. So the things that are important are you compatible?
Wait,
do
you
love
call
each
yours
other?
a back burner too?
Yeah, I totally do.
Oh yeah, throw it in the back burner.
Gas, not electric.
Yeah, butane.
Right. So it's more important than you have love and respect and honesty with one another. So that being said, be honest with him about what you need. And if you need to, stick this giant dick in stuff and he's not interested in that, then I think if you have that conversation and he's not willing to like let you have that, then that's where I think the issue is. If he's asexual, you guys aren't going to have sex that much anyway. But if you want to get married, fierce. But if you're needing something that has to come from outside and he's not letting you have that, then like that's a deeper conversation. Which
they could do it inside too, though.
Indoors.
Yeah.
Inside of doors.
I mean, you could get some really big, weird doorknobs and just like rub up on them.
Door knocker earrings.
Mm-hmm. Damn. This dick is huge, though.
From Dom. Dear WAB, Willam, Alaska, and Big Dipper. Okay, yes. Okay.
I'm glad he subtitled that.
I know it's just a recurring joke, but is Courtney Act really a secret meth head? Wow.
Secret.
Wilhelm gets all the big dick, loose hole, and K jokes, deservedly. Dipperella gets all the fisting, slob-knobbing dick pig jokes, deservedly. And Aleka won All-Stars 2, but lost the Scrabble portion of the spelling bee, deservedly. However, every time meth is mentioned or referenced, someone always makes a Courtney Act joke. How come? Is it just an inside joke? Did she accidentally smoke meth once at a party? Is it a regular component of her vegan diet? It could be absolutely nothing, but I'm genuinely just curious. Thank you to the esteemed panel of judges. Here's an ass pic because I've sent in all my dick pics already and none of them have gotten me booked on the pod, so let's try shooting from the back. Sorry in advance, Willam.
No, I love
Dom.
this ass. I would stick my whole face in that ass. This ass is amazing. I would need a headlamp to find the hole, but because it is juicy booty.
The ass is plentiful.
I love it. Yeah.
The couch is striped, and the hair is abundant.
Wait, is that a couch or is it a strip mattress with no sheet on it? Because that's even hotter.
Yeah, it might be that.
Anyway,
I see exposed brick. I see wood. I see wood grain.
He's
I see
obviously
carpet.
he's
literally
in the How to
got
Get
it
Away
all.
with Murder loft. He is.
You literally got it all, Dom.
Dom, I will give a judicious answer. Crystal meth is more common in Australia, and Courtney is from Australia, so we jest about it. But for any information on that subject, I would ask you to contact Wendy at. No.
Thank you.
I would ask you to contact Miss Courtney Act herself.
Thank you.
And I thank you. And no.
Yeah, I mean, that being said, it is something that we joke about.
We
but
all
like,
joke.
The reality is that like crystal meth is like really, really bad. It's really, really like it has a grip, especially on the gay community, in a way that's really, really fucking dangerous. It's a fucking epidemic. It ruins people's lives. It fucks up this community. And it's really, really bad. So like we make jokes about it because
It's funny.
as well as gay people, often our way of dealing with really dark shit, because we have a lot of dark shit in our community. Our way of dealing with it is by making jokes about it. So like that's our joking about it is not to make light of the epidemic of this substance, and it also in no way should encourage anyone to fucking do it. Just don't do it, because you can die, you can get really fucking addicted. So like don't do it. We make jokes about it because I guess it's just a fucking inside joke in our fucking sick, twisted fucking sister group.
And also, you don't want to find yourself spun out on Australian Idol in a Meg Ryan wig with one of your nuts popped out, so then they can only use the wide shot. You don't want that to happen. Oh, I miss my sister. Hi, Courtney.
Check her out on Celebrity Karaoke.
Competition, pageant, Australian Idol competition. Thank you so much for listening to Hot Goss Day. We hope you loved it. And if you want to talk to us, you could send us questions, comments, whatever, at racechaserpodcast@gmail.com. Now accepting butt shots, apparently.
Yes, we are. No, I prefer ass shots.
I'm down.
Actually, I think
skin
they're
is
more
in,
like
wherever it is.
I think they're just prettier to look at. We have bonus video content available. Speaking of pretty things to look at, you can go to patreon.com/Willam. Just search using the hashtag RaceChaser, and you can watch the videos a la carte.
Yeah, and you can follow us on Instagram at Willam, at TheOnlyAlaska5000, and at RaceChaserPod.
And still available, our Name That Tune live stream is on Vimeo, and the donations will be collected for the girls. The link to that is in our link tree on Instagram at RaceChaserPod.
Yeah, and that Instagram link also has lots of resources in our link tree of places to donate money in support of the Black Lives Matter movement.
That's T. Big question. Do you have a voting plan? Why not review your plan with a friend or family member? Are you going to be voting early, by mail, absentee, in person? Make your plan now.
Yes, and wear a mask, wash your hands, stay safe and healthy, and wash your ass too. Don't just let water run over the hole. Wash it.
Close your legs to married men. We will be back next week with more
piping, steaming,
scalding,
boiling, serving. Cody, close your legs to married men.
Hot Goss is a Forever Dog podcast.
Produced by Big Dipper.
Executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey. Mixed and mastered by Will Pitts.
Our theme song is graciously provided by ATF Enterprises.
This Goss is hot.